Blueprints are extremely useful in Skull and Bones. They're a one-use only item that unlock various ships, weapons, ship furniture, ammunition, and more. They are essential for your progression and leveling up and strengthening your different ships. Finding blueprints can be daunting at first because you'll have no idea where to start. I'll give you the best advice on how to set yourself up before setting out and buying blueprints, and I can share with you some rare blueprint locations and give an insight to the black market and how to unlock it, which will give you access to purchasing some of the best blueprints in the game, resulting in you becoming a powerhouse on the waves. At the start of the game, you will be given some basic blueprints to get you started, which will unlock your first small ship and some basic cannons and furniture. From then on, you will have to explore the vast ocean yourself to hunt down and purchase blueprints for vast amounts of silver. Some vendors will have rare and epic blueprints too for advanced and unique weaponry. First off, the best advice I can give is to explore the world and uncover your map as best as you can. Most of the vendors for blueprints will be found at outposts, which you can then fast travel to once you've discovered them. This is extremely useful because most of the blueprints will require you to have more silver or a higher infamy level at first, so it's a good idea to know which vendors sell what, and then you can return with more money and at a higher level to get that blueprint that you've set your heart on. Most of the rare blueprints will only be unlocked and ready to be bought once you've reached a decent enough infamy level, as I mentioned earlier. You should start your search in the Red Isle to pick up basic blueprints and slowly build up the size of your ship and the size of your coin purse. Then you can start looking for vendors in the west, by the African coast. This area seems to be the mid-game point, and you can get some nice rares here and even blueprints for whole new ships. The last place you want to be exploring is the dangerous east of the map, the East Indies. This area has extremely tough forts, high-level ships, and in this case, very expensive and high-level blueprints. So as a rule of thumb, Red Isles, African coast, East Indies. Now I'm going to show you some of the blueprints I've found so far in each region. As far as I know, this is the same for each player as well. If you sail to the southwest of the map at the bottom of the African coast, you can find a very essential blueprint from this corrupt Compagnie officer, which is an ammo crate for torpedoes. I'm mentioning this because gathering all the ammunition crate blueprints is essential, then you'll never be short on cannonballs or mortars anytime you're in a long drawn out naval battle, because you can craft them whenever you want. You can also find the barge ship blueprint here and the very powerful and unique Kalanikos flame weapon, if you fancy having sea fire in your loadout. Next is a vendor in your starting region, the Red Isles. If you go to this location and discover the Royal Burial Ground outpost, you can purchase a strong, unique weapon blueprint set, the Basilisks. They're culverins, but rare versions that are a lot stronger and have some strong perks on them. I said a set because this vendor also sells the Basilisk Mark II. This requires the infamy rank of Corsair, but it's well worth waiting for. You can also buy some good starting furniture and some good ship armor from this vendor. If you make your way to Verona Falls, just west of St. Anne, you can grab the blueprint for Repair Kit Mark II, which is extremely useful. You don't want to be taken down easily. These babies repair your whole health by 18,000 each use. There's also a really strong rare armor blueprint here that requires a high infamy to purchase. When you eventually make your way to the East Indies, definitely sail to this location. The outpost here is called Kamoy Estate, and this vendor has some amazing blueprints for sale. The Seafire ammo crate is here, which as I said are pretty essential, and there are lots of weapons blueprints here for people playing the healing class. Shoot your allies to heal them. And there are loads of high-level blueprints too. I'm especially excited myself to start grinding for this beast, the Termites Mark II. Artillery that can deal upwards of 10,000 damage. I can't wait to test this one out. There's even another ship blueprint here for a tank class ship if you so desire it. Lastly, I'm going to talk about the Black Market blueprints. To unlock the Black Market, you will need to follow the main quest line and start completing the tasks for Yonita Nara. She owns and works in the tavern at St. Anne. You will start gathering ingredients and turning them into things like alcohol and drugs, and then completing trades whilst being hunted and without being allowed to use fast travel. You eventually get your own office here in the tavern and can then access the Black Market by talking to Yonita. There are unique currencies at the Black Market that can be gained by completing these dodgy dealings, but the selection of goods you can buy here is incredible. So far this looks like the endgame stuff that we will all be grinding for, but there's still much more to come with the game's full release. So far I haven't seen any legendary items, so maybe these blueprints will be available from large scale events, fighting sea monsters, man-o'-wars and ghost ships. We'll have to wait and see, that's my guess anyway. I hope this information was helpful to you, and I'll see you out there in the open sea. Don't forget to drop a like and sub if it helped you, it would really help the channel. Thank you. Happy hunting!